All right, here we go. Two burly boys played Pokemon in their youth. One had to grow up, the other stayed true. Now the large grown-up child can name all of them, but the other guy probably 510. Now what can they do? Why don't they review? Now we'll talk about them till we die.
Die? Welcome, everybody. I'm Frank.
And I'm Joachim.
And this is your Certified Pokemoment, where we feature and talk about one Pokemon evolution line every single week.
Today's featured Pokemon is...
Here we go! Seismitoad!
Whoa.
Big Frog. What an underrated Gen 5 Pokemon.
He's fine. I never liked... There's always something about his eyes I don't like. Like when he's little Time Pole or Tim Pole, whatever you call him.
Yeah, Time Pole.
He's got those weird little eyes.
What's wrong with his eyes?
I don't know. I don't
He's
like
got little eyebrows.
I don't like his eyebrows. And then what's one in between?
Palpitoad.
Palpitoad?
I'm personally not a big fan.
I don't
of
like Palpitoad either. Let me look.
You don't like that guy?
He looks pathetic. It's disgusting.
He is one of the weirder looking Pokemon.
But I
far.
like a little weirdo, but he's just weird.
I do like weirdos in Pokemon. Palpitoad's too weird.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Mime.
Yes, where it's kind of just off-putting.
But let's go ahead and start back at Time Pole. Time Pole is a solo water-type Pokemon who is known as the Tadpole Pokemon. And this is his cry. Why is there a car horn in the background? Oh my gosh. Most Gen 5 cries sound very nostalgic to me. That one doesn't, hit me very hard. I don't know why, but maybe if the Gen 5 battle music was happening, it would. But anyway, any thoughts, Joachim?
I know, I just want to get on to Palpitoad.
Palpitoad, to my knowledge, he has a much better cry. But first, Time Pole evolves into Palpitoad at level 25, and he is... water ground now, and is known as the Vibration Pokemon. And his cry sounds like this.
It's like a cow. It's like a cowbird.
There was kind of like a in the background of it for like a half a second. I don't know which cry I'm thinking of, but I keep expecting this line to have a certain high-pitched cry that goes like... or something like that, and I'm not hearing it.
Maybe it's Seismitoad.
It's definitely not.
No.
Well, speaking of Seismitoad, Palpitoad evolves into Seismitoad at level 36. Man, this guy's just like a starter. It's still water ground, and it is still known as the Vibration Pokemon. And its cry sounds like this.
Now it's really leaning into the cow.
You could have told me that was Rhyperior, and I would have believed you.
You could have told me that was like Tauros, and I would have been like, yeah, I'm glad they updated Tauros.
Yeah, not the best cry in the world, but what are you gonna do? Joachim, do you want to do Pokedex entries?
Really quick. I can't get this out of my head, but somehow Palpitoad came back.
Somehow Palpitoad returned.
I don't know. Returned. That's the quote. That's the quote. I'm sorry. I even botched that terrible line.
No, it's funny.
From that terrible movie.
You made me laugh. It is a terrible movie, though. I'll agree with
trivia.
you there.
Or no, not trivia. And Pokedex entries.
Did I say that Time Pole was the Tadpole Pokemon? I probably did. In case I didn't, I just did now.
Guys, if he didn't, he's such a fool. Oh my gosh. I can't be seen with him. Hey, you're going to say something.
I will do Time Pole. You will do Palpitoad. Sure. I will do Seismitoad. Does that work?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Actually, I'm going to go back to Black and White, not Sword and Shield, which is its most recent game. Pokemon Black. They warn others of danger by vibrating their cheeks to create a high-pitched sound, just like Joachim.
Or... I can't do it.
Yeah.
my cheeks are covered in beard, so I can't go...
You can still do it. You can still do it.
Hurts a little.
Pokemon White. By vibrating its cheeks, it emits sound waves imperceptible to humans. It uses the rhythm of these sounds to talk.
Help me!
Help me!
Help!
I don't even know. Thank you. And finally, Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. By vibrating its cheeks, it emits sound waves imperceptible to humans and warns others of danger. It's almost as if it combined Black and White's entries. All right.
You hear that?
Why'd you do that?
That's them crying for help. It didn't come out.
Time pole?
Yeah, because I'm just vibrating my cheeks.
That's my lips.
Donald Duck, what are you doing in the washing machine?
That's all I can do.
Come on, keep doing it. Donald Duck, what are you doing in there?
Ow,
Okay, whatever. Okay, Palpitoad, Black. When they vibrate the bumps on their foreheads, they can make waves in water or earthquake-like vibrations on land.
Okay. Why are we doing that?
White. It lives in the water and on land. It uses its long, sticky tongue to capture prey.
Ew.
So it's a frog.
Yes.
Well,
it doesn't
no,
look
it's
like
a
a
toad.
frog. But
Water toad.
water toad. Do-do-do-do-do.
It's just a frog. Black 2, White 2. It lives in the water and on land. It uses its long stick tongue to immobilize its opponents. It's a little bit.
Cerebi typo?
It might be a Cerebi typo.
Cerebi
Cerebi's supposed to be
typo!
perfect.
Oh my gosh.
We need to
Cerebi?
find John Cerebi himself.
I was just gonna say John Cerebi.
Are you serious?
Holy crap. I can't believe that just happened. That's so funny.
Wow, now that's a certified Pokey moment.
Abso-freaking-lutely a Predator handshake.
Apparently this isn't what they do in Predator. No, wait.
Huh?
Aaron was saying that they do this.
Oh yeah, they clasp each other's arms. I don't know if that how is good audio though. Kind of like how
we keep saying Predator handshake, but we're just
Yeah.
doing like the you know, the one where you just grab your hands like all cool like.
yeah. Wait a minute. What movie is that from?
I don't know.
Isn't it?
No,
is it not
that's
from
also Predator. No,
Both of them.
No,
wait,
Aaron was just
wait,
lying to me.
Wait, I think both of those things originated from Predator, but only the one where you clasp forearms got coined as the Predator handshake.
Really?
Is that how it went?
Isn't there one where the two guys that grab hands became a meme?
Yeah, it's the GIF of the
like-
white guy and the black guy. I think it was one of Schwarzenegger, maybe.
Yeah. They're just holding hands.
That's
like
romantic.
I assume that's the Predator handshake.
I always think of it that way, but yes, I do remember hearing other people describe the forearm one as the Predator handshake.
Wow.
This has been your Predator handshake moment. Seismitoad for Pokemon Black. They shoot paralyzing... Oh, this is the grossest Pokedex entry we've ever read.
Really?
They shoot paralyzing liquid from their head bumps.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty gross.
They squeeze their pimples at you.
Ugh.
They use vibration to hurt their opponents. White, it increases the power of its punches by vibrating the bumps on its fists. That's kind of cool. It can turn a boulder to rubble with one punch.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
No, I'm not getting over the pus thing.
Black 2, White 2. By putting power into its bumps, it creates vibrations and increases the power of its punches. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I see it again? I want to look at all the bumps.
Yes. Let me go back to it. It doesn't have that many bumps, all things considered. There's like 6. And then 2 small ones on its knees.
So, like, it punches. Like, what part does it punch with? Does it backhand people? Like, okay, if it rolls its fists into a bump, it's just going to be like those little knuckles at the front.
Yeah.
But those don't vibrate.
But the vibration of its bumps powers up the punch.
Oh. I just realized how much of a hunched over weirdo this thing is. I hate Seismitoad. He's awful. He's Crazy Frog.
He is kind of Crazy Frog, but I think he's fine. And he
What's
he
going
vibrates
on?
to make noise like Crazy Frog.
Mommy. What does he say?
I don't know.
Bing,
bing, bing, bing, bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, he charges
Yeah,
up.
something like that. And then he punches you.
With his little peepee hanging down.
He does have a little peepee.
He does have a little peepee.
Oh, those Europeans.
Oh, oh my gosh, European character design is the worst. Other than Wallace and Gromit and like Asterix and Obelix, everything else is terrible.
Yeah.
Well, and Tintin. Tintin's cool.
Tintin. All right, so we're going to do abilities next. Time Pole and Palpitoad have the exact same abilities. Seismitoad does replace one, though, with a new ability.
Okay.
So I'm going to be reading you 4 different abilities. Starting with Time Pole's 2 normal, 1 hidden. He gets Swift Swim. We've had that before. When rainy, the Pokemon speed doubles.
Pretty cool.
It's good, and I'm assuming Seismitoad isn't that fast. Hopefully it's at least 60, though, so his speed increase can actually do something significant. Hydration. All status problems, burn, paralysis, sleep, frozen, and poison are healed when raining.
Oh, so he's just an all-around rain team.
Perfect
Pokemon.
for your rain team. And then his hidden ability is Water Absorb. The Pokemon heals up to a quarter of its maximum hit points when hit with water-type moves, which is another really good ability because it gives him an immunity. And not just an immunity, one that heals him.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice. He's not weak. Oh, wait. I was looking at Time Pole, who was just water, not water ground. So water is neutral on you, not super effective, but still, it gives you an immunity, which is awesome. And then Palpitoad, they stay the same, but when evolving into Seismitoad, hydration is switched for Poison Touch. Now, I love the ability Poison Touch. When the Pokemon attacks its opponents with a move that causes physical contact, there is a 30% chance that the target is poisoned. So every physical move has a chance to poison, which is great.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
That's really good. That's a hidden ability?
No, that's not even hidden.
Oh, that's just there.
That's just there.
Oh, wow.
And wow, a lot less Pokemon than I thought get this ability. You have Grimer and Muck, Seismitoad, the Dragolgi line, Grafaiai, and then as a hidden ability... Oh, wait, it's Alolan Grimer and Muck that get it as a normal ability, but Cantonian Grimer and Muck get it as a hidden. And then Toxicroak and Sneasler both get this ability.
What's the name of the ability again?
Poison Touch.
Poison Touch. I wonder why regular Grimer wouldn't get that.
I mean, it technically does. It's just harder for it to get that.
Yeah,
Maybe it probably has more ooze-like abilities, like sticky ooze. Stench, Sticky Hold, and Poison Touch. Yeah, that all tracks, you know. All right, so Seismitoad's abilities are actually pretty good. I like what I'm seeing. I've always wanted to use a Seismitoad because water and ground is an incredibly good type combination with only one weakness, and it's grass. It's ×4, but still...
plenty of Pokemon have ×4 weaknesses.
Yes, plus a plethora of others. Look at Tyranitar. He has 2 ×4 weaknesses, plus more ×2. Mm-hmm. So I think Seismitoad is really, really cool Pokemon. Well, he seems like he's going to be a good Pokemon. Yeah. Stats or moves first?
I want to do stats. I always like stats first.
All right. Decent base stat total of 509. He's not getting very close to that, like, pseudo-legend stature.
I wouldn't expect him to.
No, but being a 509, I think, is pretty respectable. HP, 105. Attack, 95. So that's not the worst. Defense,
pretty okay.
Yeah, it is. Defense, 75. Special attack, 85.
Okay.
So he's basically a mixed attacker. Special defense is also 75, and speed is 74.
Oh.
So in rain, that would be what? 148?
Okay.
That's incredible. He's outspeeding everything but like Regieleki and Ninjask. That's insane. Maybe like Pheromosa? I'm trying to think of the fastest Pokemon out there. Rain, Swift Swim, Seismitoad is going to be up there with him for sure. That's not a bad stat spread at all, especially if you're taking advantage of that Swift Swim speed. I like Poison Touch, but that's a very high speed stat.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot.
I mean, if you're going to put him on a rain team anyways, okay, so maybe if you have a rain team, right? Like there's a bunch of cool Pokemon that have cool interactions with rain. You get your rain team going, you throw him on there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would, if you don't want to have to run rain, then I guess poison.
Yeah,
touch.
Absolutely. I think that's the right move. If you're just doing like a normal playthrough where you're going to have a bunch of Pokemon of different types, you're not worried about having a rain team, I think Poison Touch is the way to go, for sure. All right, let's talk about the moves. Oh my goodness. Upon evolution, he gets Drain Punch. I freaking love Drain Punch. It's one of my favorite moves.
What type is that?
Physical fighting type move that is 75 damage with 100 accuracy. But the user's HP is restored by half the damage taken by the target. I absolutely love that. Let's see. He gets Gastro Acid. I guess that kind of fits with him popping his pimples at you.
That's like saying that they're connected to his stomach. Because gastro is like stomach.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm just thinking of him shooting horrible goo at you. Let's see what that is. It's a non-damaging poison type attack with 100 accuracy. The user hurls up its stomach acids on the target. Yeah, literally. The fluid eliminates the effect of the target's ability. That's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
Especially if it has that's cool and all, but I don't know if the Pokemon switches out, will it regain its ability?
I'd imagine so.
Kind of like how stat changes go back to normal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's kind of whatever then. In my opinion, at least. Maybe there's a hidden use for it. Let's see. It gets Round. It's one of the first Pokemon. I think Round was introduced in Generation 5. And so it and like Meloetta and a lot of other Pokemon that had like things to do with sound waves. That's a very popular move for them to have. Bubble Beam, Hyper Voice, that's another one. Muddy Water, Rain Dance. It doesn't get Rain Dance at level 62. Good lord. Gen 5 Pokemon, man, they learn moves really late into their level up. Hydro Pump at level 70. Pretty okay. Pretty okay level up moveset. Getting Drain Punch is awesome, but besides that, in like Mud Shot, it's really just water and normal type attacks.
Is Mud Shot physical or special?
Mud Shot is special.
Okay, so I wonder because his special is kind of mediocre, so I almost want to just like what do you focus on if you're?
I would make him a
EV
physical
training.
attacker.
I had just a wave of hatred swept over me.
Yeah.
I hate EV training.
Yeah,
It's terrible. I just want to use this guy in a regular playthrough. No, I don't. I don't even want to do that. He's ugly. He's not cute enough.
you'd rather use other water ground types like Quagsire
Yes.
or Gastrodon.
Yes. Or Swampert.
Or Swampert.
The coolest one.
Yes, absolutely.
Objectively the
But
coolest.
I'm just thinking of like a Gen 5 playthrough.
Oh.
You can't really catch a Mudkip.
Well,
Unless you transfer one in.
I was gonna say I would play Black and White 2, and I would just transfer in a Mudkip,
Smart.
a better
smart.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I agree. Swampert's much better than Seismitoad. As far as TMs goes, he gets almost all the elemental punches. He gets Mega Punch, Mega Kick, and Ice Punch. Oh. Okay, he doesn't get Fire or Thunder Punch. Makes sense, though. He gets Dig, Rock Slide, Icy Wind, good, Brick Break. But you have Drain Punch. I mean, why do you need Brick Break? Venoshock, Bounce, Bulldoze. Alright, let's do technical records, because we are in Sword and Shield,
Yeah.
the most modern game you can find him
He's
in.
in Sword and Shield?
Yep.
Oh, no, but not Scarlet and Violet.
Not Scarlet and Violet. Yeah.
Grr.
Well, this is looking a bit better. Here's where we can finally get Earthquake. I am just now realizing he only learns one ground type move by level up, and it's freaking Mud Shot. That's awful. Wait,
Really?
yeah, does Palpitoad not get anything either? Oh my gosh, guys. I could understand if this was a Gen 1 to 3 Pokemon, but
What a
this is
waste
Gen
of a typing.
5. Alright, so I guess teach him... Now I'm thinking, like, did he maybe get it in Gen 5? No. Oh, weird. And he got frickin' Drain Punch at level 44 and not upon evolving. Interesting. Anyway, back to Sword and Shield, which is objectively a bit better. As far as his level up moveset, TM moveset's gonna go. I mean, yeah, Earthquake, there it is. Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast, Poison Jab, Power Whip. That's very surprising. Power Whip is a physical grass type attack that does 120 damage with only 85 accuracy. The user violently whirls its vines, tentacles, or the like to harshly lash the target. No added effect, just a strong grass type attack. Stealth Rock, Scald, that's nice, and then Liquidation. Let's see. If it was me, I'm solely gonna focus on attacks here. There's no need for him to like raise his stats, in my opinion. Liquidation, Drain Punch, Earthquake.
What is the flavor text for Liquidation?
Physical water type attack that does 85 damage with 100 accuracy. The user slams into the target using a full force blast of water. This may also lower the target's defense stat.
So is the idea that you shoot behind you and then you fly forward or something? Like what's the flavor? Like what does that mean?
All it says is that the user slams into the target using a full force blast of water.
So maybe they shoot it backwards and they hit their body into them?
Maybe. The way I've always thought of it was like basically creating like a mini waterfall in front of them, or like a wall of hard water, not ice, hard water, and then slamming into them. But I don't know. It's just a good like waterfall alternative for Pokemon that can't learn waterfall, in my opinion.
How much does waterfall do?
I believe it also does 85, but let me look that up for you, Jojo.
Thank you.
It does 80 damage. So Liquidation has 5 more power.
So Liquidation's better.
Yes, just barely, but yes.
Yippee.
Waterfall will make the opponent flinch, though. But lowering defense, flinching, I think they're both pretty good. In my opinion. That's my opinion! I was quoting Vine, Jokum.
I'm tired
You
of
didn't
vines.
laugh.
I'm not. I don't have. You think I can just laugh at a Vine in 2024, almost 5?
Yeah.
I watched way too many Vine compilations back in the day. It was.
Oh my
it
gosh,
got
I
old
know.
years
I know.
ago.
That was brain rot.
No, this is also brain rot.
Well, I'm not saying modern isn't, but looking back, that was brain rot.
My coworker has been showing me some. Holy cow! I don't know how he's crafted his algorithm to show him the most dastardly brain rot.
Really?
It's incredible.
Oh no! He's gonna be brain dead in a matter of weeks. All right, well, so Seismitoad's not too bad, everybody. As far as moveset goes, I think he's pretty good. Like I said, Liquidation, Earthquake, Drain Punch. If you're running Poison, maybe Poison Jab, but if you're running Poison Touch and all your moves have a chance to poison, maybe you could do something like Power Whip and just take the 85% accuracy chance. Or what else was there? Maybe give him Fling? I don't know. Or hey, Venoshock may be a special attack, but with Poison Touch, if you manage to poison them, this special poison type attack that does 65 damage will double in power if the opponent is poisoned. So hey, maybe just run Venoshock in case you poison your opponent. You like that, Jokum?
Yeah, sure.
You like that?
Yeah.
You don't seem very enthralled with this Pokemon.
He's ugly.
Is that the only reason you don't like him? You just think he's ugly?
He's just so ugly.
You want to see a shiny?
Yeah.
I think their shinies improve them a lot. They actually, Seismitoads in particular, reminds me a lot of Bellybolt. So there's Time Pole.
Oh, yellow.
The blues turn to yellow. Not that exciting.
Looks like that one gym leader.
Looks like that one gym leader.
That one gym leader lady. I think she's got like yellow things on the sides of her head.
Still don't know what you're talking about?
Maybe she's Elite 4? Electric type gym leader. I can't remember what generation she's from. She might even be from Gen 5. Hot.
Oh, Elisa, yeah. Yeah, oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, Elisa does have those things over her ears. Some sort of weird, not for cold weather earmuff. Palpitoad.
I like it better than the original.
It's an improvement.
Although I don't like how skin-colored Peter Griffin his face becomes.
Oh my gosh, that is Peter Griffin's exact skin color. How did you notice that? That's crazy. And then Seismitoad.
Ooh, brown-bellied boys.
That is orange. Very orangey brown.
It is a little orange, but it's also brown.
I would say it's closer to being orange than it is a true brown.
Brown-bellied boys, you make the rockin' world go round.
I think this is a Pokemon that is definitely worth shiny hunting.
He looks like he goes, yep. That's his frog croak.
That's really
Maybe
good.
He's not so bad after
all. I like this guy. He does look like he gives off like supportive but kind of weird uncle vibes. He shows up to the family gathering with a beer in his hand, but he's always like, "What? You got a B in your class, man. You're smarter than me when I was your age." And he like pats you on the back.
And then you think in the back of your head, that's so sad.
But he's still a fun uncle.
Funkle.
How tall do you think he is?
4'9".
You're very close. 4'11".
Wow.
Yeah, so he's still very short. A lot shorter than I think he should be, but
he does seem pretty big. This is one of those weird,
maybe like 6 foot. I think he should be like 6 foot.
6 foot. I'm thinking like 5'10".
Really?
Yeah, I think this is like average guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I just imagine like a small girl half his height, like giving him a big old hug, and
I wouldn't let my children near.
I didn't say child. I said
Small girl.
Sorry. Small woman.
Okay. That was nefarious. What's that?
Well, that was nothing, Jokum. What are you talking about?
Let's try to spice this guy up a little bit and make him more interesting to me.
Yeah.
What about alternate forms?
Okay. So he's a frog. Let's work with
He's
that.
a toad. He's a toad.
All right, he's a toad. Even better. Let's work with that.
We make him a newt, and instead of sound, it's light.
And we introduce the light type.
Okay, no.
No.
Instead of Seismitoad, he's Luxinute.
Luxinute.
Lux is light.
Okay. I just want to put it out there. I am very against the light type. I think it's a very overused, boring idea for a type.
I saw a really good video talking about how there's kind of like there's subtypes of, at least for moves that people just don't.
Was that Moxie boosted?
Probably Moxie boosted.
Yeah.
It was like talking about how like biting type moves.
Yep.
Right?
Punching. They're
not types like fire or whatever, but like there's moves that there's punching moves and there's abilities that interact with punching moves.
Yep.
There are biting moves. There are powder moves. There are what else? Slicing moves.
Slicing, for Gallade's ability. There are technically sound-based moves like Uproar and whatnot that interact with certain abilities.
I don't know if he talked about light-based moves in his video. I never finished it.
So.
But there's like Flash. Flash is kind of a light-based move.
Yeah.
There are.
I don't think it interacts
cannon.
with abilities like that.
Yeah, but
though.
so lean into that for a game. Start making these subtypes of moves do more stuff.
That's a good idea.
Make abilities that interact with that.
Yeah.
Just kicking type moves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. I have had, not that I would do this as Seismitoad, but I've had this idea for a while that it would be really cool to see Pokemon make like a welding-based Pokemon, because I'm a welder. And I think it'd be cool. Plus, we need more Fire-Steel types, and that's like perfect for a Fire-Steel type.
How many Fire-Steel types are there?
One.
Is it Heatran?
Yes.
Jeez.
The only Fire-Steel type. Unless I'm forgetting one, but I really don't think I am. I know. I think it'd be so cool to have a cute little welding guy. But a big thing with welding is arc flashes, and they will damage your eyes. So what if this welding Pokemon, whenever it uses one of those quote-unquote light subtype moves, it has a chance to flinch, like Flash Cannon or Flash. Or anything else that we can make light type, Subtype, again.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool. I've had a lot of ideas about a cool welding Pokemon, but I have nowhere to talk about them on here because I don't think it'd make for a good alternate form. I think it... Actually,
Seismitoad?
No, that's what I'm saying. It would not be a good alternate form for most Pokemon, especially not Seismitoad. Yeah. I have thought about it as an alternate form for Conkeldurr, actually.
Oh, Welder.
Yeah.
Conkeldurr.
You perfect name. Whenever we get to the Conkeldurr episode, if I remember, maybe I'll talk about that idea then. But back on the Seismitoad, I don't want to just say he's a frog of a different type, Oh, now he's electric fairy. Actually, wait a minute. I have it. Jokum, I have it.
Okay.
There is a species of frog, feel free to Google it on the computer, called the potato fairy.
Is that the guy with a little butt?
I think he's a little butt, and he's super round with stubby legs. Yes!
Oh, that's so cute. They're so cute.
Okay, so this might just make for a good Pokemon by itself, but it could be fairy and ground type. We can keep his ground typing.
Oh, that's so cute.
And it can be a little potato frog. So maybe, I don't know what they look like as tadpoles, but if they look we can make it look different from Timepole, and,
as a tadpole, they probably just look like
Yeah, they just look like a tadpole. So, kind of like how Paldean Wooper, it isn't, they're not trying to do something completely different with it. It's just a Wooper that adapted and looked different, got a different type in a different area. Maybe that's what happens to Timepole. In this different region, in the Norwegia region.
I think he would be, I don't know if he would look like this in Norway.
Norwegia. I know, I'm just throwing it out there because that's our fun fan-made region.
Yeah, that's a good point. They don't take advantage of the regions enough, I think.
Yeah. So in whatever region, whatever game, Timepole can be just like a solo ground type with no water. And then maybe by time it gets to Seismitoad, it like unlocks some sort of latent fairy power.
It's in the lives in the grasslands and forests of southern Africa. So maybe in Africa.
An Africa region would go so hard.
Sorry guys, Africa region would just be all of Africa. I mean, they could actually
Yeah.
pull out something cool and do like an Ethiopia region, or
Yeah.
a just South Africa region.
They did do America all in one region.
That's a good point.
I imagine they'll do. I mean, they did France all in one region, but those are.
France is one country.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, they probably would just do Africa as one region, but in a way, that's also kind of cool because Africa is so diverse with all kinds of stuff. There are big cities, there are like dense forests and everything. There's desert areas. I don't know. I think that'd make for a really diverse region.
That would be pretty cool. Didn't we talk about that, like Africa region with like a mountain and stuff?
We did. Oh my gosh, we've had this whole conversation already.
So he is angry instead. There's not much you can do with a potato fairy, but okay, fairy type. We lean into that a little bit. And instead of big pus sacks everywhere, it's like little ribbons everywhere.
Okay, I was trying to think of a different thing he was doing that's not vibrating.
Instead of vibrating, he's spinning.
He's spinning.
I'm sure the engineers out there could like find something analogous, like seismitoad. No, like seismic, right?
Yeah.
Because that's just.
Okay, I feel like we're so close. We're so close to getting somewhere. They are very circular. They are orbs, basically.
I think make them a special attacker.
Okay.
All right. I think of seismic. I think of vibrations. I think of vibrations. I think of I think it's like sonar. Sonar is like communication over through I might be totally wrong about this, but it's basically through physical mass, right? Sonar, or like speaking right now, right? I'm vibrating the air in front of me, and that pressure is
your
vibrating,
vocal cords and everything.
It's going over to you, right?
Yeah.
Alternatively, you can communicate through light. And so instead it uses frickin' oh my gosh, I work with radios all the time.
Yeah.
It uses radio waves instead of seismic waves.
Yeah.
In some way.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna say Norwegia because why not?
It's not.
Maybe in
No potato fairy.
Hoenn.
Okay, sure.
These time pole are nowhere. But Hoenn is like 70% water. Why did I pick that region for this?
Africa region.
In this Africa region, this time pole is nowhere near water, and so it doesn't have all that mud around it for the vibrations to be carried the same. The Earth is much more densely packed. What would vibrations prefer? Dense or loose?
I know. I think it might travel farther through water. So like if it's light airy ground, it might not travel as well.
Right.
I'm thinking like when I there's a dried out lake bed at the bottom by my job. Mm-hmm. If we stand in there and one person kind of jumps up and down, you can feel it boom boom. You can feel it vibrate through the ground. So
that's kind of cool.
Maybe they had to adapt to communicate with each other by
that's exactly what I'm
sending
thinking.
out radio signal.
There's not enough water around them for them to communicate, so they're using radio signals now. And then maybe by the time they evolve into Palpitoad, they are honing those signals more. I don't want to say it starts to become a musical Pokemon, but I'm trying to tie it into the fairy type somehow.
We can keep it instead of doing RF radio, instead of doing radio stuff. We keep it seismic, but it doesn't travel through the ground. It travels through the air.
Yeah. Okay. But we can still use radio waves.
Yeah, but
for that, I like the idea of radio waves.
It wouldn't be musical
That's
if
cool.
it's radio waves.
You said it wouldn't be?
Well, because it's just radio waves are just that's just that's not electromagnetic. I guess it is EMF. It's electromagnetic frequency, which can carry radio or can carry music, but it can also carry any kind of information. It's just information. It's just sending information using.
Maybe that's all it has to be, right? Maybe that's all it has to be. Instead of vibrations, it's radio waves. And it just still makes noise, and it's still a kind of sound base to attack its opponent. It can learn...
Its eyes glow instead of stuff vibrate on it. And that's it sending out information.
Works for me. I'm trying so hard to come up with something here, but I need more time.
Instead of Seismitoad, it's
Potato Fairy Toad.
No, Seismit.
Or
it doesn't have to have the same name.
I was going to say it doesn't have to.
Go from...
It could even be African Timepole evolves into African Palpitoad, which evolves into this brand new Pokemon like Clodsire, you know?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's the route to go. I think that's the hot to go.
What do we call this Pokemon, though?
Yeah, I want to come up with a name for this new Seismitoad.
RF, EM frog, M frog, because it's EMF, M frog.
M frog, the M-Preg Pokemon. Yeah, that
M frog.
Something they were like, oh no, I was gonna make an EMP pun, but that doesn't make any sense. AMFM Toad.
We can make a joke or AM. We can call it like. We take AM FM, and then we put some letters in between, like
Frop.
Armafra.
Wait, it has to end in an M. AMFM.
Armafroma. Armafroma. That's terrible. Let's go with it.
Yeah, I love it. Still an improvement to Seismitoad.
All right. Some Seismitoad lovers out there are going to be like,
I don't hate him.
What are these guys talking about?
I really don't hate Seismitoad. Yeah. I think he's all right. Kind of did talk about strategies when we were in the middle of moves. That's just what I would do. If you had him on a rain team, I would definitely run Swift Swim. But I think we settled freaking strategies pretty well.
Not pro, guys. We're not pro. This is just if you're going to have him in a team.
Yes, absolutely. We have never played competitive.
Never will.
And even though watching Wolfie VGC's YouTube channel makes me want to attempt it, I find it boring because everybody uses the same 4 teams, and that is incredibly boring.
It's so boring. It's like playing Pokemon TCG online, and I just keep seeing the friggin' like Executor decks.
Yep.
I see the Golden Go decks.
Yep, I was just gonna say the old Golden Go decks. I see a
Gimme Go come out, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yep. It's gonna be a bad time.
Kill this thing before it becomes annoying.
And that's the worst part. It has such low HP. Isn't it like 30 or 40 or something?
Oh, and it's a Gimme Go?
I think so, right? Am I thinking of the right Pokemon?
Yeah, no. I feel like it's at like 70.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different Pokemon that has low HP. Maybe. Regardless, I understand completely. That's so annoying when that happens. You want to do Bulbapedia?
Yes.
Let's do some trivia, everybody.
How about this time I do the trivia, and then I skip the bad questions?
That's the reason I have to do the trivia, unfortunately, because you will skip stuff.
Yes.
That's not fun!
Timepole is one of 4 Pokemon.
Yes.
That are 4 evolution lines that are water ground. Am I right? Is that right?
Swampert, Gastrodon, Seismitoad, Quagsire. I think so.
Wow, my boring trivia was right. That's not interesting trivia.
It can be, if you believe, which I do. I literally thought I was about to say exactly what you just said. Timepole shares its category with Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath. They are all known as the Tadpole Pokemon.
Okay, Poliwrath. That's got to be lost in translation.
It's got to be just Gen 1 garbage of just keeping it all the same. That's weird.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a tail.
Nope.
Although it is simulated as swimming in Pokedex 3D. Oh, that app was so good back in the day. Timepole does not display the bubble effect that all other Pokemon simulated in an aquatic environment such as Electric and Stunfisk display.
Oh.
The reason for this is unknown.
Pokemon company, that's why.
All right, that's all the quote-unquote useless trivia. Origin. Timepole appears to be a combination of Toad, Tadpole, and a loudspeaker. Its spherical bumps resemble headphones and were probably inspired by either the Toad's warts, known as parotoid glands, or the tympanum of a real-life Toad, an eardrum-like body part located in the same area which the Toad uses to hear. Wow.
That's
more
actually
thought
really
went
cool.
into this little guy's design than I thought. Its eyebrows resemble musical notes, specifically the quarter note. I did always think they were musical notes, but I still never really thought of these Pokemon as being music-based.
Yeah, well, I mean, vibrations, that's
true.
Sound.
And also, I do want to mention before I forget, because I wanted to say this earlier, it made me so mad in the anime how Ash Ash's Palpitoad never evolved. He went to the frickin' Elite Four championship
with
battle with
little
a Palpitoad.
Yeah.
Gen 5 anime is when things really started to fall off for Ash. He had an almost completely unevolved team. It was terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Like he had like
it has to be a purposeful thing on the part of the anime, or not the animators. It's not their fault.
Yeah, because
writers.
Every Pokemon Ash had in his Gen 4 battle, except for Weasel and Pikachu, his like final championship battle, they were all evolved, like Gliscor and Infernape. He even evolved his Torterra, even though I don't think it was on the final team. It was a good final team. If only his Weasel would have evolved. Anyway, yeah, should have just been a Seismitoad. Where was I? Timepole and Palpitoad's designs were worked backwards from Seismitoad's design. Huh. Seismitoad is made first. That's so interesting.
I can see that. It's probably. I mean, I don't think is that interesting.
I find it interesting. I kind of just assumed they started with Timepole.
I feel like Seismitoad's got the gimmick, and then you just work back from that. It's like making Charizard, and then you're like, okay, well, how does something turn into Charizard?
Yeah. No, I get that. Name origin. Timepole may be a combination of timpani or tympanum, both being types of drums, or tympanic membrane, which is the eardrum, referring to the bumps on each side of its head, and tadpole.
Do you think it's a Timpole then, not Timepole?
I've gone back and forth my whole life. I'm honestly not sure. I just say Timepole.
I'm going to say Timpole, but we'll hedge our bets. One of us will be right.
Yeah, one of us has to be right. It is funny, though, that I mentioned Conkeldurr earlier, just offhandedly, and Conkeldurr is Pokemon 534, whereas Timpole is Pokemon 535. They're back-to-back. How quaint. Palpitoad and its evolved form share their category with Vibrava. They are all known as the Vibration Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool. Origin. Palpitoad appears to be based on the Toad tadpoles. All right, we know all this. This connection may stem from the croaking behavior seen with male frogs, which do so to attract mates. It may also be inspired by the common Suriname toad, like Suriname cherries, which your dad grows in his backyard. I love a Suriname cherry.
It tastes like diesel.
It tastes delicious. It's like kind of sour.
Oh, no. I just remember what a Suriname toad is.
Wait, what?
Suriname toad? Oh, God. It's the back ones.
It's the horrible one.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's the one with all the holes in its backs that the babies shoot out of. Oh, my gosh. I don't even have that phobia where I, like, fear holes or whatever.
It's inherently disgusting.
But it's so gross. That's the worst frog by far. Oh my gosh, I'm so upset.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, I'm out.
Yeah, Palpitoad just got even worse. Yeah, its Pokedex entry mentions the fact that it creates vibrations underwater, much like how the common Suriname toad is able to sense vibrations underwater. Cool, good for you, buddy. Name origin. Palpitoad may be a combination of palpitation and toad. What a surprise. And finally, we get to the trivia for good old Seismitoad. Seismitoad.
Till I croak.
She sizes on my toad till I croak. What can I say? Alright. Since generation is... What's VI? 6. Thank you. Since Generation 6, Seismitoad is the only Pokemon with a base stat total of 509.
Oh.
So either it got buffed or debuffed, or a different Pokemon that had 509 stats was buffed or debuffed.
Whoa.
I can tell you're incredibly interested.
So interested.
I'm incredibly interested. Seismitoad is the only non-poison type Pokemon that can legitimately have the ability Poison Touch.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. According to interviews with Ken Sugimori in Nintendo Dream, Seismitoad is based on a Japanese common toad. Let's see it, Jokum.
All right, we'll see.
Pull up the picture.
It can't be worse.
Yeah, nothing can be worse than the Suriname toad.
Japanese
Absolutely
common
not.
toad, you said?
Yes, Japanese common toad. Probably just gonna look like a normal frog. Oh, he's so cute.
Guy, look at him.
Oh my gosh, what a boy. What a good boy.
He looks like he's gonna roll up with Naruto on his back.
Yeah, that's a good frog. It's just a normal frog, but he's got some cool stripes on him. He's just a cool toad, but he does have some really cool stripes.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
It does have cool stripes.
Hey, everybody listening, do yourself a favor and Google Japanese common toad. You will not regret it. Although the team had previously created Pokemon based on frogs with the Poliwag line, Sugimori wished to go for a more traditional frog-like evolution in this instance. The lumps on its body may be inspired by the warts found on most toads. Okay, we know that. Croaking behavior. Suriname toad. Seismitoad being able to secrete a paralyzing liquid from its head bumps may be inspired by the Cuyaba dwarf frog. Jokum, you know what to do.
Gosh.
I want to see more pictures of frogs. What's so bad about
toads.
that?
Wait,
I don't care.
Cuyaba?
This one is a frog.
Cuyaba?
Cuyaba, dwarf frog.
Cuyaba?
B-A, yep.
Oh.
Dwarf frog.
Huh.
This one is a frog. Oh, what the heck is that?
Oh, it inflates its back to look like the face of an animal or something.
Yeah, it has like false eyes on its butt.
Whoa, that's really cool.
That is really cool.
I wonder what it's trying to look like.
A bigger frog. It just looks like a bigger frog, in my opinion.
Maybe that is what it's trying to look like. Maybe to fight other frogs, it just inflates itself.
Uh-huh. Wow, how fun. All right, see, aren't you glad we Googled that frog?
Wow, what a good frog.
And the Cuyaba dwarf frog has large bumps resembling eyes on its rear that can emit a poisonous secretion when threatened.
Oh,
Jokum's
whoa.
rear also secretes a poisonous liquid.
Frank, I will put you back down there.
No!
That's disgusting.
Yeah,
That
very.
is so gross.
Seismitoad's ability to use vibrations to enhance its punches and cause tremors may reference the phenomenon of resonance and resonance disasters.
It's like, you ever seen like a frog like sitting in water and going like...
Yes,
like,
and it
it,
hits
like,
the sweet
vibrates
spot.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love watching the vibrations in the water. It's so cool.
He's vibrating. Guys, he's really doing it.
Seismitoad may be a combination, get ready, of seismic and toad.
Oh my god. That's so cool.
It is. It's incredible.
Okay.
I never would have guessed. All right, Seismitoad's pretty cool. I do like this guy. Again, I've been kind of trash talking him a little bit. I have never disliked Seismitoad. Although I will say, in Generation 5, the good sprite era, there was, during his sprite animation, there was a point where he stopped and like aggressively vibrated his bumps at you. Very, very weird.
Oh.
You can probably Google that too if you want. While Jokum's Googling that, I'm going to go to Pokemon Center's official website to see what kind of merch these Pokemon have. Okay, in this video Jokum just found, it's showing the sprites for like the entire evolution line, but we're skipping right to, there he goes. All right, Jokum, watch closely. How did he find a Seismitoad in the wild? That's whack.
It's also level 100, so I don't know how that works.
Look, he's doing it. He vibrates his two giant head bumps at you.
Whoa! He like motorboats them.
Yeah, literally, he's motorboating his own head bumps. All right, I go to Pokemon Center's website to look up Time Pole. There's two different plushes. There is a Time Pole Pokédoll plush, which makes him look a little bit chibier, with like a more U-shaped mouth and everything. But his sitting cutie is still available.
No wonder.
$11.99. That is the only two pieces of Time Pole merch, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, Time Pole's pretty
Palpitoad
F-tier in a lot of ways.
Oh, Palpitoad, the only bit of merch is sitting cutie, and it's still available.
Yeah, that's no surprise.
No surprise. All right,
So
Seismitoad. Don't let me down, buddy. You are beloved by all. You're everybody's favorite Pokemon. Please. Nope.
Yeah, no, I think he might be the bottom of F tier. I think he might be the bottom of F tier.
Yeah.
As far as
Extreme. If all you have is your sitting cutie, then, I mean, What are you even doing here? But I honestly really like his sitting cutie. It's
Binacle
so
has more.
cute. Binacle and Barbaracle do have more. You're
Yeah,
absolutely
Barbaric, I was
right.
thinking of.
They
Wow.
they have their keychains. I think they even have pins. I might be wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, that's unless there's merch that's just not on the website on Pokemon Center's official website.
Sometimes when we look up their names on Google, we see the merch.
Yes.
And also, I think I kind of get a vibe based on how much fan art is made of them.
There's a lot of fan art of them.
No, I doubt it.
Oh.
I highly doubt it. Look,
Somebody made like a Mega Evolution version.
this thing.
Yeah, I'm imagining. Yeah, Mega Seismitoad.
They just like replaced its eyes with.
More bumps.
What is this?
And now he has
Is it secreting
orbs in
stuff
his
out of it?
hand. That one's much better.
Eh.
I don't know. There are some cool designs from Mega Seismitoad. All right, Jokum, what are you doing right now?
This is the part of the show. Okay, but first off, yeah, they have very bad representation.
Yeah.
Even Seismitoad EX doesn't look good. Hey, this is the part of the show where I look up the Pokemon's name and then I scroll until something terrible or
Terrible. No, you had it right the first time. Terrible.
anything not safe for work, but safe for our work, not for yours though.
Yeah, he's looking for fetish fan
I'm looking
art.
for fetish fan art.
That's
Usually
what
it's
he's
from Fur Affinity, and immediately, okay, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 rows down, I see inflated Seismitoad.
It is for Affinity.
It's Fur Affinity. This is definitely a kink thing, but it's very cute actually.
It is. So it's a big fat Seismitoad like laying on its back in the water, but it's letting a time pole and a Palpitoad like playfully jump on it. It's like Hop on Pop, but with a little bit of inflation fetish.
Yeah, I feel like it's just barely okay. It is a fetish thing, but it's not enough. I need to keep going.
It's not that bad. We've seen worse.
Okay, Seismitoad looks so much like Crazy Frog. I'm looking at this one. What is this? Seismitoad 090 out of 203. I don't know what thing it's
a
from.
Pokemon
Evolving
card.
Skies.
It's
I
a
think
Pokemon
from
card.
Yeah, he looks exactly from afar like Crazy Frog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised I'm not seeing more Crazy Frog fan art.
Oh, like him as Crazy
Yeah.
Frog or vice versa? Honestly,
What's
that is
going on?
surprising. Somebody made a full-size blanket out of full art Seismitoad EX
Was it worth it? Is this or is
to
this
make
like,
Peak.
this might I wonder if this is just they it might be that it's one of those websites that will just generate like they generate product based on certain things. The product doesn't exist until you buy it. So it might be that they just overlaid the I could be wrong though.
I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it's actually on there.
Okay.
I don't know.
I just don't
That's
wanna
pretty
believe that
funny.
someone, okay, hold on. We're looking into this.
Can you do me a favor and buy it for me? If it exists.
Why?
I'm kidding.
Okay.
$54.98. Oh look, they do it with pretty much any Pokemon card, I'm guessing.
So I think it's literally just they pull the Pokemon card and they
That's honestly, even if it's not official, I kind of like that. It'd be kind of sick to have a Pokemon card blanket.
How do they maybe it is because they only have so many cards listed.
I'm sure though that whatever card. Do you think? Do you think it'd be any card? Because full art Seismitoad EX is quite the odd pull. Like there's like a random Chinchino.
They don't even have like. I mean, okay, they have a Shaman EX full art. They have a red and blue tag team trainer card.
There's a Mega Lucario, which makes sense.
But like, I don't know, man. This is weird. I'm getting out of here. I've looked at some weird stuff on the internet.
And this ain't even top 100. So
let's see. Okay, here's a Seismitoad that looks like he's got food poisoning, but he's holding his belly and he's going. Arr.
Yeah, of course, people are gonna draw this big fat frog.
It's
even
always
fatter.
fat fetish. Someone bent the
the model down.
the 3D model of Seismitoad just to so he's like mooning in a way.
Yeah.
But, like there's no. It's just a big round character model. What is this, guys?
Is that a woman?
Where?
Left.
This?
Oh, okay. It's kind of like Gajinka almost.
Yeah.
Gajinka Seismitoad.
The Gajinka person looks way more attractive than I think a Seismitoad should look.
Yeah.
This is just kind of cute, but it is a little bit.
It is a little fetishy.
There's a big fat Seismitoad blushing as a smaller Greninja is like holding on to it, but also looks confused. I don't know.
Yeah, he has little swirly eyes.
Okay, I'll have to settle
Honestly.
with the... It's like they're hiding. Okay, so you know how you can see below, you'll click on an image and then there's related images that pop up? There's some way worse images that pop up, but this is one of those things where...
count.
They don't count. I have to find it on the main page.
Yeah.
I wonder, it's almost like they're trying to protect us from those horrible, horrible images.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we just let the related images count, we'd find everything we could ever need. At that point, we could just go to a certain website with a certain number in its name and just search the Pokemon.
It is all inflation and fat fetish.
That's the only stuff we find.
Why?
It's either diapers or fat fetish.
I mean, okay, more
Slash
diapers.
inflation.
We need to let's up the diaper amount. More foot stuff. What is this?
Yeah, people are...
Such big areolas.
And with that, I can hear the music. Let's just move on.
This is the part of the show where the boys discuss how edible the pocket monsters that we focused on won't belong. Turn up and come along to the segment of the show.
Yes, indeed, it is the part of the show where we describe married life with a toad, how we would eat the toad, and how we would kill the toad if we could, which is, we'll discuss how likely that is. First off, marriage, wed. How well would a marriage go with this animal? I think it's worse than the mole. It's disgusting. It's got big pus sacs.
It is worse than the mole.
And it vibrates. Ugh.
Yeah.
No.
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 Yeah, no, this is a disgusting monster. I like Seismitoad, but this is a disgusting monster that I don't want to marry.
1.9.
I don't care that I can hold its hand. I don't care that it's
vaguely
human height.
Yeah.
I don't care that it stands on two legs. It's just gross.
It is just gross.
I will give it. I will give it the 2.
You'll give it a whole 2?
I'll give it a whole 2. But I think below 2 is reserved for the truly abominable creatures.
Okay, I'll bump up to a 2 also, just because I don't want us to have average to a 1.95.
Yeah,
disgusting.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I really have to say. It oozes paralytic pus.
Yeah.
That's so gross.
Yeah, you can't hold his hand.
No
what
amount
are the
of
categories we use? Hand holding.
Can you cook with it? Cuddling, walking on the beach, It would enjoy the beach, I guess, but... Alright, Gajinka. She collects...
It's always collections with these Gajinkas.
I'm sorry, if you want this to remain PG, skip ahead for just 10 seconds. She collects vibrators.
You'll come in and she's just she's covered in them, not even doing anything. Really. Yeah. She just likes the feeling, and she's like, I don't know why it goes do 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 do. She's like, who wants that?
Anyway, hey, hopefully it's been 30 seconds. Welcome back, people who skipped ahead. Yeah, so I don't think she has much of a personality beyond I don't know. Maybe she likes a good one of those massage tools that punches into your back a million times a second.
Yeah, this is pushing it, stretching.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. What is a Gajinka vibration frog like?
Yeah, it's just a lot of vibrating stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and which is fine, but it's like.
If that's her entire personality...
There's cuter Pokemon out there.
Yeah.
Gosh, her entire personality is gooning.
Oh, no.
No, I don't want this gooner
Yeah,
frog.
This is a failed marriage. All right.
Eating.
Edible. Frog legs are delicious.
It's a toad.
Toad legs are probably also edible.
Let's see. Do people eat toads?
Oh. Okay. So we were still in Google Images when you searched that?
It's generally not safe to eat toads.
It did show prepared toad on a plate, but I can't.
They have less venom than toxic toads, and their venom can be neutralized by cooking. Edible toads can be... Sounds like toads tend to have venom
Yeah.
in them, which is what I figured. I'm going to go with it's a 3 because there might be some ways to prepare it.
I still think the leg should be fine.
There's going to be venom in the legs, too.
But it cooks off.
Do we know this about Palpitoad?
I mean, you make a lot of assumptions on how Pokemon are going to taste.
One of its abilities is like poison.
Yes. Cooks off.
Not all poisons cook off.
But a toad's poison cooks off.
Do all toads' poisons cook off?
That's what it said.
Okay, then some poisons cook off. Hold on.
Yes.
Okay, what kind of a toad is this thing based off of?
The
Japanese
common,
toad, right?
the Japanese common toad.
Can you eat Japanese common toad?
Hey.
No, you should not eat Japanese common toads because they secrete a poisonous substance that can be harmful to humans. Ufotoxins. Isn't that like...
UFO.
Is that also in like... little pufferfish? I don't know. Japanese common toad.
Bufo means like frog.
Oh,
so.
bufo, yeah. Bufo japonicus. It's a predator that eats spiders, insects, and...
Huh.
Okay.
Well, that's disappointing.
Are toads... Can human get toad poisoning? Toad secretions have been used as folk medicine. Oh, you can get high off of toad secretions.
I'm eating this toad.
You don't want to get high.
You're right. I don't want to. Just because I don't want to touch the ganja doesn't mean I don't want to eat the toad. Do you know what I mean?
You would rather eat a toad. Oh, I don't know. I know the answer. You would rather eat a toad than smoke weed. Bug eating Frank over here.
You know me so well. You eat bugs too.
I will prepare a chapulinas that has been eaten a diet of foods that are also edible to humans, and it's nice, it's prepared, it's clean. Frank will pick up a love bug and then just put it in his mouth.
You act like I ate one off of a fence. It flew into my salad, so I ate it.
Yeah, he was like, huh, okay. And then the other day we were somewhere, probably the other month, you were like, oh, like there's like an ant or something, you just picked it up.
That is so not true. Again, it was on food.
It doesn't make any difference, you
It
psychopath.
does. I'm not just picking up. I'm not an anteater just picking up ants.
Okay.
It already got on my food, so I ate it. I wouldn't do that to like a
Society
spider.
will judge you. Society will be your judge and executioner.
Society will know that I am correct in all things.
I'm having an episode.
I'll give it a 4. I don't think it's
giving it a
gourmet.
3. I think it's poisonous, so it's sub-gourmet. 5 would be, at least it's edible.
Yeah.
4 is
I don't necessarily want to eat it, but yeah, it's
I think
it's edible.
3 is it's bad for your health. 4 tastes bad. 3
Wait. 3 is bad for your health?
I would say 3 is bad, actively
What's
bad.
2 and 1?
Really bad for your health and kill you.
And inedible, yeah.
Yeah, or inedible.
Okay. I'll join you with 3.
Yeah.
Why not? Keep it easy.
I got him. I drove a hard bargain, didn't I?
Dead.
It's
It's fast. It's faster than us.
It is faster than us. And it's going to punch us and,
Yeah.
kill us.
It can learn Drain Punch by level up, which means even if we can hit it a couple times with our bat, it can just restore its own health.
In a Pokemon battle, sometimes moves miss, unless it uses Liquidation.
Well, Drain Punch also doesn't miss.
It doesn't miss? Mm-mm. Holy crap. Okay, well, let's just say we end up getting to it and getting it. I give myself a 10% chance because I'm ripping its eyes out.
With
my hands, with my bare hands.
Yeah, I guess it's not that tall.
Yeah, it's like...
It's a
little guy.
Yeah, it can... Muddy Water and Hydro Pump are its 2 most powerful moves, and they both have chances to miss. So
Does it learn those 2 level up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hyper Voice, it isn't stab, but it does not have a chance to miss.
Yeah,
so
Hyper Voice makes sense. It's gonna go like...
It can also get Aqua Ring, which restores its health a little bit every turn.
10% chance, because there's a chance it doesn't think to do that.
Yeah.
I'll go into its eyes, I'll get its little brain stem, I'll roll it around between my fingers.
I still think before you can get to his eyes, it's going to either be able to punch you or grab you with its tongue.
It probably
and vor you.
Does it have tongue moves in its retinue?
Okay, no, it doesn't. It mentions its tongue in its Pokedex entries. That was mainly Palpitoad, though.
I think that was mainly Palpitoad.
I don't imagine the tongue goes away, but I understand what you're saying, so let's not worry about the tongue. I still think you're going to be hard pressed to get past those fists. I will give myself, though, a 3% chance.
Okay, with just your hands?
Yeah, with bare hands, I give myself a 0.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
With a metal bat, I'm giving myself like a 20% chance.
With a metal bat,
I'm gonna hit its head. See, I was on a run once, and then on my run, it was like pitch black where I was. Well, it was really dark where I was going because it was like in an area between between lights. And then I hear a squeak, and then I stop running, and I'm like, "What was that squeak?" So then I go back, and I see a pretty big frog just like sprawled on the ground.
You killed it?
Well, he was still alive, but he was going like.
Did you put it out of its misery?
No, I was just like, how do I keep stepping on it, or does that like what do I do? So I just kept running. Anyways, I've killed an amphibian before, and I'll do it again.
Yeah, it was so small. This frog's the size of you.
Okay, yeah, it was a big frog though. It was like the kind of frog you'd want to get frog legs from.
This one could
like it was big. It was one of those, I think it was a bullfrog.
A bullfrog.
It might have been
massive.
Yeah, it was big. It was a big frog. It was a really big frog.
The bigger the frog, the more bad I feel about you killing it.
Yeah, I know. I felt really bad about this poor little miserable frog.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry.
All right, you told your frog violent story. I'll tell my frog violent story. So I was putting a bunch of stuff into the back of my car at Katrina's parents' house one day, and I go to slam the back of my car door shut, and I just hear, and I'm like,
no,
what the heck? I'm looking all around my car. I open my car back up. There was a frog in there. I don't know if I should say thankfully or not. I only caught his little foot.
Oh, but that's one of his main things.
So his foot was a little crushed and bloody.
No.
But he was alive and was still hopping away.
Was it a tree frog?
Yes.
Okay, a little tree frog.
So he was little. I felt so bad. I didn't tell Katrina because she loves frogs.
Oh, no.
But I had no idea it got in there. I felt
so
I
mean, it's not
bad.
your fault. Frank, you need to let it go. It's not your fault.
Jokum, we should both let our frog trauma go. Touch my hand.
I'm touching your hand.
The burdens are gone.
We don't have to think about it anymore.
It's as if we both have the ability unburdened.
Okay. You had to make it. Okay.
I had to bring it back to Pokemon, baby.
Metal bat, 20%.
Metal bat.
Infinite time. I'm getting a gun. I'm just shooting it.
Metal bat. I feel like if I go for its vibration bumps, those could honestly be weak points. You know, I might be able to pop those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the paralyzing goo covers me.
Well,
and
it's on your bat. So then
I'm thinking of it exploding, like a bag.
Whack it away from you, so it flings the other way.
Okay, you know what? I'm thinking about those sacks and throwing it off, causing it pain. I do in fact give myself a 20% chance.
Nice, finally a voice of reason.
I
think I can take this thing down with a 22.
Yeah. Okay, I get a gun. Yep, infinite time. I get a gun. There we go. Did it. Done.
Yeah, but what's the minimum you'd need with infinite time?
A gun.
Okay, what kind?
Handgun.
Okay, what kind of handgun?
I don't know names of guns. Neither do you.
I do.
Your brother does.
Yes.
What's Addison's favorite gun?
These ones. I flexed. No, it would be his own muscles.
Thank you.
And I don't know. Friggin'
See, you don't even know gun names
either.
A
Luger or something. I don't know.
A
Luger.
Luger?
I don't know.
It's like a bit of loogie on him?
It's like a cool little funny shaped Hoctoda. That's bad.
It's so bad. Hey guys, it's the end of the episode. Thank you
everybody
so very
for
much
listening.
for listening.
Frank's gonna talk now.
Do you want to talk?
I'll do it. You guys should visit Let's Be Frank if you want to see more Pokemon content.
Yes.
Maybe live. Maybe you want to see what we look like. I say we're two burly boys. What does that look like? It means I'm fat.
He's not
in
fat.
In a good way.
Yeah, but if you think of a fat person, then look at Jokum. He doesn't look like your idea of a fat person.
Sure. Why do we turn this into that? Anyways.
I don't know.
If you want more of me, you should watch Taboo Foods.
Yes.
Where we eat things like... What? Bugs? We prepare bugs like normal frickin' people and cook them and...
Taboo Foods is a video series on the Let's Be Frank YouTube channel.
You guys are probably on Let's Be Frank right now. Mm-hmm. Please, leave a comment, tell us what do you want to see more on this channel. That'd be great to know.
But if you're listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify, we would really appreciate a 5-star rating. And I wanted to say about the comments on YouTube, I want to give a specific shout out to at Ryan-D8H for commenting on every single episode we do, sometimes multiple times. You absolutely rock, my dude. Thank you for always commenting. I love responding to your comments. You're the best. And with all that being said, everybody, once again, thank you so very much for listening. This has been your Certified Pokey Moment.
A frog done ate my cat.